I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, what is up, everybody? Oh my gosh. Friday, you're in quarantine. You had nothing to do today. And then you went on Netflix, and there was this brand new show of ridiculousness with hot people dating called Too Hot to Handle. And you found yourselves right here to AfterBuzz TV to find out the after show and to hear us talk about all this ridiculousness. My name is Mike Thieling. You guys, if you don't know me, I do a ton of the reality shows, especially the dating reality shows here on AfterBuzz, like Bachelor and Married at First Sight and all the kind of ridiculous nonsense. I am joined by a sick panel here. We are going to have so much fun talking about these idiots, just like their antics. I can't wait. First off, I don't know where you are on the actual stream, but on my screen, you're to my left, is AfterBuzz's own Jessie Zahner.
What's up, guys? Can't wait to talk about this show because it is insane. So excited to be here.
I'm going to continue right around counterclockwise on my screen. Kelsey, Meyer.
Hi, everyone. I don't know what's going on. This show is ridiculous. What is happening? But I'm excited to talk about it. Let's get into it.
Our panel with Toree Weaver. What's going on, Toree?
Hey guys, yeah, this show is going to be very interesting, but we're here to unwrap all of those things. So let's get into it.
Guys, if you guys watched me, wow, Mike. If you guys watched me do Love Island, we're gonna do it the same way for this show. I'm just gonna go through the episode and go down the list of kind of everything that happens. Of course, with the premiere here, we're gonna talk about each individual player, let's call them, and what we think. And guys, today this is obviously the premiere. We're gonna do episodes 2, 3, and 4 today as well. So if you happen upon this at some time today, we're shooting episode 2 at 5 p.m. Pacific, and then 7 p.m. and then 9. So if you want to join us in the live chat, Jessie's got it up. Tell us your comments. Let's chat about it and see what you guys think. But let's jump right into this. First of all, we were talking a little bit before the show. I'm not sure if you guys noticed this, but I feel like the narrator for this is the same as The Circle, perhaps on Netflix. She sounds the same.
Yeah, she sounds very similar.
Sassiness, right? Like she's just going to make fun of everybody.
Probably.
See, Jess and I are both like, what? We haven't seen it. But the narrator is something else. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, she's relentless. She lays into all of them.
She's fantastic. And so
I love it.
We get her introducing, and of course, then we get Lana, the robot thing that is obviously like a Siri or Alexa kind of ripoff. And she's going to be communicating with all of our cast and giving them the rules. And of course, the big thing with this show, right? We know we got 10 singles. They're all hot. They're all attractive. They're not the smartest knife. What did she say? Brightest
spark.
Brightest spark, yeah.
In the book.
But they're all super attractive and attracted to each other.
My God.
And there's $100,000 prize. I guess if they last the longest, or we don't even know about eliminations or anything like how do you win? We don't know. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But if there's any kind of sexual activity or touching or anything like that, the prize money goes down and down and down and down and down. So let's get into these people. And of course, when they first get to the island here, of course, I'm on the island right now. When they first get to the island, they don't know about this twist that they can't touch each other. So of course, they're going horny and crazy. So first up, from the UK, very international cast, is Chloe. Of course, 20 years old, admittedly not the brightest spark in the book. Yup, of course. Jessie, what do you think of Chloe?
I mean, right off the bat, I'm like, oh, they just must be putting somebody entertaining at the beginning because not the whole cast could be this stupid, right? But like, oh my Lord, you guys are in for a ride. I was just like shocked by her, but I actually was like fine with her at the same time. I was like, you're really definitely not the brightest spark in whatever it is you're talking about, but I can roll with you for right now, I guess.
Yeah, let's continue on. And then at the end, jump in, everybody, if you got something else. I want to pronounce this guy's name right because I keep wanting to call him Sharon, and I'm sure that's his entire life. It's
I know.
Sharon, right? It's Sharon.
Sharon.
From my home state of Jersey. So I feel like I gotta like Ron somehow. Studied feminist theory in college to be able to pick up girls here, and says his special friend, his member, is like that of an air freshener. So just to illustrate for all the ladies out there how gifted Ron is. Kelsey, initial impressions?
You know, I wasn't mad at him until the air freshener comment. I was like, okay, ha ha ha. Like, you're smart. You're clearly smart. You're studying this so that you can pick up chicks. Clever. And I'm just like, come on. Like, do we need to know that? But I mean, it's what this show's all about. So I guess we did need to know that.
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, Ron.
Of course you needed to know. Next.
But love the tats. I agree. I agreed with everyone else. Love the tats.
Next coming in, we're going to give overall general thoughts at the end of this. So let's get through all the people so we can talk about it. Next comes Haley from Florida. A sorority chick, right? She's into girls that look like her. And so guys, and of course the big takeaway from Haley was that she didn't know what language her tattoo was on her back, as you obviously would. Toree?
Yeah. Well, first I wanted to know if she was like old enough to sign the waiver, because she kind of seemed like she was still in college. So I was a little concerned, but I mean, she's on the show, so we're just gonna hope that's legal. And then her not knowing the language, I was like, girl, what did you get it in like the back of a frat party? Because why don't you know what's on your back? Like, it's gonna be there forever.
Like, what?
You go to the tattoo parlor, you're like, that looks cool, whatever it means.
Yeah, because it's like, if you don't know what language it's in, that means you don't know what it says either. So
yeah, we're gonna have to look that up. Somehow somebody's gonna look that up, and it probably says stupid tourist or something like that. Next, we've got Harry from Australia. Loves accents. He humps the light bulb in his little confessional thing and admits that he's had no success picking up celebrities with his pickup lines, which is, Jessie, that's just astonishing how he's not just laying them down.
I mean, as soon as I saw Harry, I was like, this dude is gonna, like, he's my nightmare. Like, he is just, like, I could not deal with somebody like Harry. He drives me crazy. But the funny thing is, as the episode goes on, I'm getting a little easier on these people. But when my first impression of him was like, I cannot deal with you, Harry. Please don't come on my TV anymore.
I like his haircut. His haircut's like full long on the top, and then it's buzzed completely on the sides. I feel like this is a quarantine haircut. Like, that's what a lot of us are going to end up with.
True. So true.
Do it real quick.
Good parallel.
Right? I like that you pointed that out, Jessie, because the fun thing about this show, obviously, and we'll get to it at the end, is the turn, right? Is when Lana tells them no sexy time. But the funny thing for me was that at the front, at the top, they're obviously playing it up. Like, all these people slid right into the reality show roles that they're supposed to
they're
do.
living their best lives.
I'm hypersexual. Oh, I'm gonna be wasted. And then all of a sudden the turn is like, wait, what? This is not okay. That's what I love about it. David.
Me too.
David, so super smooth.
Oh, David.
From the UK. Of course, Dave, a big, English gentleman, brought his own luggage full of suntan lotion right away. And it's just doling it out, Toree, immediately to Chloe.
Yeah, all of them are just interesting. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what show did they think they were signing up for? Because everyone's just like coming on hella strong. Just like, what did y'all think what are we here for? Because obviously, like, the twist is a shock to them. So I'm just kind of like, what exactly did you guys pack?
They signed up for the show where you just get to take your shirt off the whole time. Speaking of who, we have Francesca, our Canadian, new to the T, exactly how many followers she had, of course, and is willing to say straight off the bat that her chest is the best and her face is kind of okay, Kelsey.
She is the reason why Instagram has taken a dark turn. I'm like, oh my God, are you joking? Like, she just plays that part so well. And I have to give it to her. She owns it, but I'm like, ew, not a fan. Yeah. But she does. Jessie mentioned it too with Harry. You kind of ease up on them a little bit once you get into it. But yeah, initial reaction, I'm like, yeah, I hate her. Yeah. Get off my screen.
Let's move it right along to Matt, who comes in dressed like the bohemian, I don't know what era, with his beanie. Sharon wants to know if it's religious. I'm guessing not with this TV show they signed up to do. Probably not. Jessie, what do we think of Matt, the only person who's basically worn clothes so far?
You know, when I first saw him with the shirt on, I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe this guy's kind of normal. He's not showing up with nothing on. And then like they showed the full view of him and his shirt was like really super long and his pants were really weird. And I was just like, oh God, what is this dude? Then he takes off his hat and he's the Jesus of the island or wherever they are. So I'm just like, I thought I was gonna roll with him, but yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting character. He's just Jesus. What can I say?
You're not going to roll with him for very long because for Matt, long-term commitment is less than 4 weeks.
Yes.
So,
Oh my God.
you learn that later. Next up, Rhonda, of course, rates herself 10 out of 10, dresses up for the grocery store. She likes guys who have jobs, and she also likes to be spoiled. Kelsey?
I kind of like Rhonda. I'm here for Rhonda. I'm like, girl, you're inspiring me. I've worn sweats for the past like month, but maybe I'll put some jeans on. I won't, but like she inspired me. And then I'm like, I want a guy who has a job too. So you know what, Rhonda? I liked you.
She's got the most action so far, seemingly.
She
from
has.
everybody from the most people. So we'll keep an eye on her. Nicole comes through with the Irish accent, party girl, and breaks up with guys as soon as they fall for her. That's the strategy, Toree.
I think that's a good strategy, honestly. Okay, hear me out. Like with the nature of this game, clearly, like it's supposed to be about feelings, but it's not going to be. So, why get your feelings invested and then get heartbroken? Just have fun.
So basically, Nicole has been like preparing her whole life for this show.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
She's probably, the most equipped for something like this.
She's ready to handle it. And we're going to round out with Kels, comes through jacked up, dude is yoked up. Lion King, his favorite movie, lion tattoos and all this other kind of stuff, doesn't do a relationship, and confirmed one thing he and I have in common, I thought very interesting. We have slept with less than 1,000 girls. Both
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I just feel a kinship immediately to him, Jessie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, initially when I first saw him, I was like, okay, this dude must be a Leo, right? Like he's got the lion tattoo. He's like all about this thing where he can like, he sets his sights on somebody, but he just sits back because they'll just like come to him like instinctively or something. And he also shows us that Sharon is like way shorter than we think he is. I mean, this dude is like huge when he comes in. So I don't know about him. I just think he's like a really, full of himself Leo kind of guy, but I don't know. I don't know when his birthday is.
When is your birthday?
How do you not know his birthday yet?
Come on.
Sorry, guys.
Come on. So that rounds out our cast. Let's go around now. We did our 60-second review real quick before. Let me start with Toree. Give us, we know all of our cast. We know the setup and stuff. What's your overall thoughts just of this premiere episode so far?
The concept is kind of crazy. Like I said in the 60-second, I didn't know that this many people like found it to be a difficult challenge to go 4 weeks without having sex and things like that. So when the twist came, I was like, I mean, what is the issue? Like, what is the big deal? But they just all seem to be devastated. Like someone told them that their cat died. And I was like, this is not like, it's not the end of the world. On top of the fact that you don't know any of these people. So, I feel like 4 weeks is a good amount of time to feel somebody out before you even want to kiss them. So I was just confused after the first night. They was getting hot and heavy. And I was like, wait, y'all just met them on the beach like 8 hours ago. If
Rhonda was sucking face with Sharon after.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
like
I don't think
2
I
hours.
would be able to survive on the show. I would be over there by the open bar, just sitting there like, oh, okay, I guess.
Well, Kelsey, what I wrote down in the beginning was, okay, so the whole twist to this premise is that they just have to act like normal human beings for a month.
Seriously.
It's like, that's
Seriously.
it.
I mean, that's literally, I'm right there with, all of you. I'm sitting there like, wait, that's it? Is there anything else gonna drop? I mean, you guys, it's not that hard. It's in 4 weeks. If they were like, oh, you're on this island for, I don't know, a year, whatever. Yeah, but it's 4 weeks. Like, come on. We've all been doing that for longer here, right?
Couldn't even see each other on Love is Blind, and they complained less than them.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just found like the horniest, craziest people. I'm like, where did you guys get this cast? And how long did it take to cast it? I
Old
don't
school
know.
Jersey Shore.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just insane. I totally agree. Like it's 4 weeks. I thought they were there for like 6 years or something like that. Like they're making like this huge deal. Also, they're like, making just a big deal about everything. Like, you don't know these people. So like, what does it matter? I'm totally with you guys. I would just chill in the background and make my money and just like do nothing and just relax.
Yeah,
I'd
bye.
sleep. Just go to bed. Like, go to bed for like 4 weeks and catch up on your rest or whatever else. Just chill.
Read a book.
You
Like
don't
camp.
need this
It could
shit. You
just
don't
be
even
like
need these
camp.
people.
Read a book.
Yes.
On
Why
the
not?
beach
Yes.
Oh yeah,
for $100,000.
problem for them.
There's no printed material on this island. Okay,
All right, I drink
they
champagne
have
on the
a
beach.
Yeah.
like Alexa machine to give them rules because they know they won't read it. Okay,
Kelsey and I
Cool.
will be like making friendship bracelets in the corner while they just like self-destruct.
I do want to point
For
out.
real.
I do want to shout out David real quick, who had in the premiere episode and probably the only time for the rest of this whole season and series, maybe an actual insightful statement where he told Sharon, "You're not defined by your height or race." And I was like, "That's right, Dave. That's like generally correct. That is right. Good." Before we like get into all the debauchery, good for you, man. I was like, "All right, cool."
He also mentioned
Again.
his mom initially too. So I was like,
Mhm.
David, good for you, David.
That's right. And you start to get into them. But then, of course, the very next scene, they made the condoms rain on the floor.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Right,
Yeah.
so that kind of ruined
Yeah.
the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice moment squashed.
Right.
we got the whole setup. Now they're all starting to, get into the cabana. They're starting to fall into routine. Girls are doing makeup and whatever and blah, blah, blah. We get the first kind of matchup as David approaches Rhonda right there on the beach. She's sun tanning or whatever. And he comes, he tells her, "Hey, I'm so sorry. My pants are very tight. I apologize about that." And of course, boom, in 2 seconds, Toree, he was sun screening her butt.
I mean, that's what they thought they were there for. So, and in hindsight, if they knew that this was going to be like the last 24 hours of physical touch, then you might as well, just lay it on there.
But they
Knock yourself
didn't.
out.
This was
Yeah.
before the penalties or anything. So
Yeah, so like that sucks, but
normal
I'm
day.
probably sure that like now looking back, he's happy that he did that because like that's probably the last time he'll get to do it if he wants to keep all of his money intact.
Yeah, which we know is not happening because in the previews they're making out all over the place. So
Oh,
these
yeah.
people are probably going to end up owing production before the end of this is.
Honestly.
Matt and Kels think Chloe is cute because she's airheaded.
Cute.
Really, you
To
guys?
each his own.
Come on.
I
Come
don't know
on.
what to say about this. And
There's
um,
nothing to say.
we find out again, of course, that to Kels, 4 weeks is long term.
Yeah.
Next,
Cute, you
Rhonda
guys.
is not done, Kelsey. Rhonda's not done with these guys. She goes and sits on Sharon's crotch after, of course, he protects it with a pillow, which I thought was very chivalrous. And just, we don't want to be too forward, okay? We don't want to
Yeah.
be too appropriate. It's only been 3 hours or whatever. And they proceed to go ahead and just make out like crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sucked face real quick. I was like, wait, weren't you just or wasn't David just screening your butt 5 seconds ago? Like,
It's about
damn.
options. She wants to have
Right. I
options.
mean, she's keeping it
Exactly.
open. I'm like, you go, girl.
But
But
she's been
yeah,
very
that
upfront
was-
with us. Been very upfront with us that she
Yes.
hasn't had a fluid conversation with David yet.
I'm like, have you had a fluid one? Like, is there something we've
Exactly.
missed with you and Ron?
Yeah, I was saying, I
Did
don't
we
think
not see
anybody
that?
has had
So
a
some-
fluid conversation.
No.
I mean, sorry, am I just being like too dirty? I thought she was just using a euphemism for making out. I was like, do you mean you haven't slept
Oh.
with him yet? It's not fluid. It's not a fluid conversation.
didn't
You see,
take it
when
as
your head is not in the gutter, all that stuff just goes over your head.
Yeah.
Seems
So,
like,
I was like,
no
oh,
one's
yeah,
had a
she hasn't made out
conversation.
with him yet.
Okay. Okay.
Jesse,
Ma-
any
I
of our
mean,
friends
That's
in the
I
chat,
like that point.
any of our friends in the chat chiming in on this debauchery yet, Jesse?
We have Jill Z in the chat saying she was expecting better, but maybe it will be like Love is Blind and start to get better.
I agree, Jill. I agree.
Yeah.
Jill, your
I'm-
expectations were way too high already.
I was
Already.
initially disgusted.
You're saying.
I think it could get a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting for
about
sure.
to, because we get the
Yeah.
rally around the campfire here. We find out Harry's big problem, Toree, is the girls are just getting way too attached to his boyfriend package. He's just being way too boyfriendy in the way he's laying
my
it down.
God.
Is this like a common problem for gentlemen?
It was definitely a part of the conversation I didn't need to hear. And I don't know what that is not a common problem. I don't.
This poor
The,
man.
it was just
has this
first of all, I didn't
unique
understand why he
ailment.
was like having this conversation with other guys because I don't think
Yeah,
they were
what?
interested in like knowing anything about his boyfriend package.
No, this
And
is
I
what we
also
do.
don't think I don't really know if it was set up to be a compliment in the end. Like I don't really think he made himself look any better with saying that. I think like the guys say, just kind of made it seem like he had a smaller package than others.
Well, I mean,
So it was
you
just
are on
kind of
the
like
same- you're on the same page with Matt, who realizes that a small package size is not the best pickup line. And of course, we round out this whole thing with
God.
Chloe saying that everyone is proper sexual, which I feel like we're gonna have a lot of international phrases and stuff.
I love that.
learn.
Proper
Very
sexual.
fun.
Yeah.
Guys, let's go around. Jessie, what did you think of the blindfold games time? They've only known each other about 6.5 hours at this point.
I mean, like, it was just a shock. I was just like, what is going on? What is actually happening? They don't know each other, like, but they're all about it. So I was like, all right, well, this is going to get interesting because some of the girls kind of like the same dude or whatever. And that's going to start. I really thought we were going to have a brawl between like Francesca and Chloe about the Harry situation. But Chloe handled it kind of well, but I don't know. It's just, I mean, what can you say about it? It's just insane.
They're insane.
I
I could
don't
not
know.
imagine. Like, what? Who are these people?
They're
I'm
making out
like,
with each
would
other.
I
It's
ever do
touchy-feely.
that? Ever? No. It's wild. It's wild. But I do like they're trying to like form allegiances, I feel. With like, oh, who do you like? Who do you like? Of course they're all gonna break, but it's interesting.
I like at
Right.
least that this, unlike Love Island, it looks like they're allowing these people to drink. And that was is always my problem with Love Island, that they're not allowed to drink and actually have fun. So at least we have that. Of course, the blindfold game time is done. Boom, immediately into the really, really non-private bedroom is Francesca and Harry, like right off the bat, bedtime makeout session. And Toree, they get interrupted by our girl Lana, who I think is going to be our best friend to this entire
as they should have, as they should. I mean, I don't want to say as they should because, you know, everyone has their own preference of what they want to do, and that's fine. It's none of my business unless it's on Netflix. Then it is my business. But I just, like you said, it's not a private room. You just met this person, maybe 9. I'll give them 9. Just to, you know, be fair, maybe 9 hours ago, and you are already ready to like rip their clothes off. And while everyone else is like doing their makeup in the next room, it was just, I'm confused.
And it's
Like I
Harry.
said, I really want
And
to
it's
know
Harry.
like what contract did they sign? Like what show did they think they were on? Because they are just like you said in the blindfold thing, like everyone was just like super into it. It's usually like at least 1 or 2 people that's like, I'm just gonna like make him touch my shoulder or something. Right. It just seemed like everyone was just like taking the gloves off and was so ready. I don't think I fit into this cast because like I said, I'm like, you can feel my hand.
Oh, no.
I guarantee you they thought this was Love Island, Bachelor in Paradise, something like that.
Yes.
That was going
You
to
know,
be
I also wanted to tell Francesca to put on some longer shorts. I was like, excuse me, is your mother watching this? Like what?
Maybe she was hot.
Are those
I don't
underwear?
Girl.
I don't know. I mean,
She got a couple
as a
more followers
dude,
from
I
that,
like
so I
it,
bet.
but I mean, are we talking about appropriateness or do we like it? I don't know. If I gotta watch the show, it might as well be hot girls, whatever. So then, of course, Lana makes them all go to the palapa, which is the most fun word to say.
Palapa.
There's a palapa on Bachelor in Paradise as well, which I also cover for AfterBuzz. And we find out, of course, about the twist. $100,000 prize. Haley, boom, 100K. Yup, nose job. I like her priorities. One is nose job. 2 is paying off debt. So, you know, she's got it right in order, Jessie. $100,000 prize, but they can't have any sexual contact with each other. And I feel like, Jessie, we just saw all of their lives just like their eyes, just the life just died immediately.
They acted like it was like the end of the world. It's like, oh my God, you're still like in this beautiful place with some people that you can meet and hang out with, or you could just chill on your own. What are you? People literally like looked like the life was coming out of them. It was like, how do you even how do you even know you want to hook up with these people? Mind you, they're all stupid. So like, I don't even know why you're upset right now. This is like a blessing. Just take your money and go. It's 4 weeks. Enjoy it.
I was disturbed that a bunch of them didn't know what self-gratification meant. And at the same time, wondering how the show is going to enforce that.
True.
Because bathrooms are private spaces on reality shows, right? I mean, are they timing them or something?
Is Lana everywhere? Like, is she?
It seems like she is.
And how is she taking like intel? I'm like, who's Lana? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Is camera Lana? Like, is someone watching through Lana? Lana's a little scary. I'm gonna be honest.
I think it's set up in like the same way as Big Brother. So like that's how it's set up, where like everything has a camera, except I guess the bathroom. But then, like you said, whatever. We'll have to see how this plays out.
She's not collecting anything on them. It's the producers watching, and they know exactly they're going to be all over them.
They're bumping in the bathroom like, hey.
They probably set these kids up in the very beginning to be like, yo, everybody's going to be really just go for it, have an amazing time. Like everybody's, the last time we did this show, everybody was hooking up right off the bat and the ratings were amazing. So they were like, yeah, that's what we got to do.
So true.
Chloe ends us with this episode, of course, with, we started with Chloe, we end with Chloe, very insightful. She thinks she can keep her legs closed, she says, for $100,000, which I wanted to point out is definitely not $100,000. At best, it's going to be her with whatever dude she partners up with, splitting that. So it's $50,000 plus you got taxes. So at best, it's $30,000. But like, there's no way that they're not all kissing and making out and doing stuff anyway. So she's got no chance at most of this money.
So is that what they come out like they have to be partners and then they split that? Is that how? Do we not know yet? I'm confused.
I'm watching right along with when we're doing the show. So I've only watched.
Same. I'm very confused.
Jessie cheated.
Same.
Oh, I just watched one episode ahead, so I'm still kind of confused by it myself. Like I don't know. I don't know
the
how
money situation is weird. Like, do we all split the $100,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Each getting $100,000, and then like everybody's money goes down, or is it like this big pool of money that goes down?
I think it's
they didn't really explain
I think
that.
It's split like Are You the One? Are You the One? They split it at the very end amongst all the couples remaining or whatever, right?
Baby. Oh, this is bad.
I don't know, but I think it's split as well.
I think it's split too, but
yeah, but I don't know for sure. I am still kind of confused about how it's going to work.
Yeah.
We'll see. Whatever it is, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we see right away in the preview for next week that people are hooking up. People are going crazy. Obviously, the money, there should be just an on-screen money counter of it going down constantly.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get that in like the later episodes.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, guys, that's basically it. The premiere of all these shows is kind of the same thing. We got to get into the cast of characters and kind of know who we're dealing with. Let me go around the horn real quick. Let me start with Toree. Any kind of, at the close of this first episode, some initial thoughts on where you think this is all going to go, or just any kind of thoughts?
Yes. So I think that this is going to be split into kind of like two teams in a sense. I think there's going to be a team that just does not really care about the money and only cares about the like physical affection portion of it. And then I think there's going to be another side that is like down to just, not touching anyone so they can get the money. And so I will probably be on the money side because it's not that hard, but I kind of going to be some sort of like conflict. Like I think one side is going to be frustrated that one other side keeps kissing, touching, doing whatever to make the money go down. And I think that's really going to cause a clash. I think the money's going to be gone by the end of the series.
That's interesting. We don't know what the actual penalties are yet. So are we talking like $1,000 for a kiss or like $10? Because if it's like $10, then you're much more apt to explore at least a little bit. Kelsey, what do you think?
Yeah.
I agree with Toree. I think there's going to be some definite splits. I think we're going to be surprised with who is kind of abstaining. That's just like, they kept showing Chloe so much in this initial episode, like they were pushing her. So I feel like Chloe's going to do well. That's what I think. I think the people that they're kind of like pushing as these like sexual, like overly sexual people are going to actually end up surprising us, or they might all just fail. That's I'm like, or they're,
Do you think anybody will make it the whole way without getting a penalty?
I do.
What are we even calling it? I don't know.
Yeah, penalty. Sure. I like penalty.
Yeah.
I do, but I think it's going to be very few, like maybe one or two of them.
Toree, do you think anybody can make it the whole way without getting a penalty?
I think they are all capable, but I don't really see that happening. I think, like Kelsey said, I think there might be maybe a handful. I say maybe 3.
All right, I just thought of something fun to do. Jessie, give us your overall thoughts here on this first episode now that we know all the people.
I mean, I think, oh my God, I think that everybody needs to like go read a book and like get some brain cells and stuff like that. But I think that I'm on the money side. Like, it's not that hard. Just sit around for 4 weeks and make money. That's what I would do. It will pay off in the end. And then you can go make out with and sleep with any of the people that you want to on the show. It's not that big of a deal. Also, I just wanted to
big brain thinking, Jessie. There's no room for that.
Come on, Jessie.
Really quick, I wanted to just say I really appreciate everybody in the live chat. If you guys like this recap or after show, give us a thumbs up. But in the live chat, I had some troubles earlier, so I'm just getting like inundated with comments. And people are telling me right now what they think of the first episode. And Jill Z says she thinks that they're going to change it and only people that don't use sexual touch will get the money. Amy Wee is agreeing and says that she agrees. They'll be paid, or they will be paying. Oh, she agrees with Mike. They'll be paying money to production because she doesn't think anybody's going to make it.
Amy's been riding with me for a long time with these shows. Amy did Love Island with me for the entire season every day. Amy, what is
it? Yeah, well, we also have Joseph. I think we also have Joseph Boza in here.
Joseph's my boy from Survivor. What up, Joe? What's Joseph say?
Yeah, and he says he thinks that they will also be owing the show afterwards. So
we're gonna owe the show afterwards.
Have some hope, you guys. Have some faith.
I'm too money too. No, I have no problem. Be like, my wife Raquel would probably be begging someone to pay us. Give us money. Like, I could not kiss Mike for $100,000. So let's go around real quick and let's give a prediction. Okay. Oh wait, Steven, we have AfterBuzz prediction music still, don't we? I don't think we can hear it.
And now,
boom,
your AfterBuzz
prediction. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go Toree, Kelsey, Jessie, then me. Okay, Toree. Let's give one guy and one girl. Okay, you get one guy and one girl. Your prediction right now. Who's gonna go the whole way with no penalties?
I think I'm forgetting his name. Jesus of the cast.
That's Matt.
Jesus.
And,
okay,
Matt and Chloe.
Matt
not Chloe. The one that has a tattoo that she can't read, but wants to know.
Haley.
Oh, that's Haley. That's Haley.
So I think Matt and Haley. I think they're going to be strong. I think they're going to keep strong.
All right, Kelsey.
Looking at my sheet of. I still think Chloe. I'm holding out for my girl. I'm like, all right, come on, Chloe, you can do it. All the men, I don't trust any of them.
Matt's a good pick.
Had to pick.
Matt's kind of unassuming.
Matt's a good pick, but I also think that Matt is going to surprise us. I think Matt's going to end up being like, he comes in like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be like the rest of them. And then he's going to just go 180 and be off, like unhinged. So I'm like, I don't trust you, Matt. I'm going to say Harry. No, David.
No.
I'm going David.
Yeah.
Chloe and David.
Okay, the English gentleman, yes. Jessie.
I agree. I think David, he was like the only one that I think he came in and said something about like, I actually like, he likes somebody that thinks or he thinks. And he was basically the only one that mentioned that any of them actually think. And he's the one that had the one line that was actually intelligent on the show. So I think it'll be him. And the girl, I'm hoping is it her name, Nicole? She wasn't on this episode a lot. I like her.
The Irish chick. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. I think she's funny. I think it'll be her too. Maybe.
That's a good pick.
I came up with this little game and I have no idea what to say. I actually, I'm going to go Matt as well. but I understand the other undercover thing, and he could like completely turn around. But I'm gonna go Matt, and then actually I'm also gonna go Nicole because I think she's kind of shy and reserved, and I think she can kind of do it. You know what? Honestly, when we do episode 2 tonight at 5 p.m. PST, plug. We could all be wrong because they could all make out with each other, and then
100%.
right off the bat. So guys, that's probably going to do it. We're going to talk. I think we got some cool ideas for some special segments. I think that is going to be our special segment for today.
I like that.
We'll see where it goes, but we're going to talk a little bit after the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Jessie,